from Wi-Fi Doctors, and today we're going to be talking about building better templates in Ekahau. Likely you're here because you've seen the Ekahau generic template. There's a ton of information in there, and you're really just looking for succinct information that you can provide a customer so that they can see whether or not they should move forward with this project or not. So today what we'll show is just a basic template that will give you just that. And we're going to focus on just signal to noise ratio. And this is going to be a post implementation template. So just for reporting, so a customer can see what the coverage looks like on their floor plan. Some later videos that I'll have will be on building better design templates, but the focus of this one, once again, is just going to be on reporting, and that's for S&R values, because those are pretty important when it comes to post-implementation surveys. So once you've got this loaded and you've done your report, and we're going to skip ahead here to the template, and I'll have it available for download, and you filled out your project notes and the like, you'll go to reporting, template reporting, and then generate report. The template report that I have here is called WD reporting or Wi-Fi Doctors reporting. Feel free to rename it, create it the way that you need for your company, your business, whatever you're trying to do. And the way that template will look, pull this up here, will be just like this. The first page here is a lot of automatic information from the project notes section that you fill in, and that will automatically populate here. And then the next section that we'll have will be on just general notes. So anything found during the survey that you want the customer to know right up front about their office, warehouse space. If it's an outside space, feel free to delete, create, whatever you need to do in this space, just so that you can start promoting the idea of you need more services from me. So in order to do that, you're going to want to let them know of any pinch points, anything that you found that would be off during the survey that you took. If you want to highlight per floor, you can do that as well, and also provide some recommendations. And as I mentioned, a later design template video, I'll create that later. In here it talks about survey results and what they can expect, any adjustments that they may need to make. And this is critical for these reports. Always include next steps, design recommendations, next steps. What do they need to do next? If you go in and just do your job, that's a one-time gig. What you need to do is to continue to build a relationship with that customer, and that starts with this reporting template. So what is in the reporting template? Well, as I mentioned, S&R values is what we're focusing on. So here's the script that I have here, and I'll show you in just a second what that looks like when it's done. You'll notice that these pages are turned horizontally, and I have these set to the maximum page size that we could do in Word, and the margin set quite wide as well. This is important because I'm sure you've seen a survey before and you get these little pictures. It's not showing you anything. It's not showing the customer anything. It's just saying you did the work. That's not helpful. So we need to create something that's helpful. So the tabs that we have here are coverage areas that we can see, and then you also want to show interferers. What was our coverage like? The next page, what was our interference like? Are we seeing a massive amount of interference in any areas that are set according to our margins? The margins that I have here are neg 65. Of course, that's a little bit more stringent than Cisco, but fine, that's good if you're also reporting for smaller devices and the like. So looking for a nice balance there. The next thing here is 2.4 gigahertz. Feel free to delete this if you want, if you need it, or whatever you need to do. The next section here is observations. Anything you want to point out. In Word, I generally will use the draw feature and just draw in anything that I needed to point out to the customer and create text boxes and such. Then design, adjustments, recommendations. Here's where I'll have some design recommendations, but more than likely I'll just create another template. Then observation notes, and of course, access point list and other devices that were found. So here's a quick look on what that would be like if we were to create one, and just going through it here. We'll see here at the top. It doesn't have anything here because I don't have anything in our file that we were making. But any notes that I would want to add, they will all be up here and you can type them in. And then moving down here, I'm going to fast forward to this section. This is how it's going to print or generate initially. What you want to do is just resize this image and make it huge. You still want to keep your signal measurements here down on the side. And so resize it as far as you can go, just so that it's super clear for the customer, because that is going to be your selling point. That's what they want to see. That's going to make them feel comfortable. And also it's going to help you to promote your services. So that's just a quick video on it. I hope that's helpful, and I hope all goes well for you.